Good afternoon, baseball fans. You're here with Ked on Yankees The Ugly Truth. And we will be calling today's Game 2 ALCS match of the Mariners versus the Blue Jays in Rogers Field. Hey, Real Bill. Welcome to the stream. Game time is supposed to be at 5:05, so we're about 9 minutes ahead of schedule. Just a programming note, as soon as this game is finished, I will be flipping over to the game 1 of the NLCS with the Dodgers facing off against the Brewers at Great America Field. Hop on over and listen to a little bit of NL playoff baseball and give a shout out. I am going to start by going over today's lineup. For the Mariners, Randy Arozarena will be playing left field, leading off, hitting 148 in the postseason. Cal Raleigh will be hitting in the 2-hole behind the dish, hitting 400. Julio Rodriguez will be in the 3-hole, hitting 200. Jorge Polanco will be cleaning up at second base, hitting 231. Josh Naylor will be at first base in the 5-hole, hitting 222. Eugenio Suarez will be at third base, hitting in the 6-hole, hitting 120. Dominic Canzone will be in the 7-hole, DHing, hitting 100. Victor Robles will be in right field, hitting in the 8-hole at 167. And J.P. Crawford will be at shortstop, hitting 217 and bringing up the rear. Hey, Jonathan. Welcome to the stream. And for today's Blue Jays lineup, George Springer will be leading off DHing, hitting 190 this postseason. Nathan Lucas will be in right field, hitting 308. Vlad Guerrero Jr. will be playing first base and hitting cleanup, hitting 429. Addison Barger will be at third base, hitting in the 5-hole at 286. Alejandro Kirk will be behind the dish, hitting out of the 6-hole at 182, actually 5-hole. Dalton Varsho will be in center field, hitting in the 6-hole at 368. Clement will be at second base, hitting 529. Snyder will be in left field, hitting 286. And bringing up the rear is going to be Andres Jimenez, hitting 222. On the bump for the Blue Jays is going to be young Trey Yesavage on the bump. Can the young rookie phenom repeat his performance that he had against the Yankees? Guess we're going to find out. How are we feeling about today's game, guys? Any favorites, any thoughts, any comments? And for those of you hopping in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And if you are already a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please make sure that your notifications are hit so that you know when we are online. As far as the ALCS is concerned, the Mariners did exactly what they needed to do. They carried one of the two games, so they basically took away home field advantage from the Blue Jays. Blue Jays are not a great road team, and this could definitely impact the rest of the ALCS. If all things work out for the Mariners, they may never come back to Rogers Center and may close the game out or the series out in Seattle. But I guess we're going to see what we see. Let's see. Real Bill thinks that the Blue Jays are going to bounce back in tonight's battle. I just have the gut feeling that the Mariners are going to hold serve once again, and they're going to take the Blue Jays out in Game 2. Hey, Jake. Let's see, Jake, I was stunned yesterday that the Jays were limited to 1 run. It makes it seem like the M's are a better team than the Yankees. Well, I'm not sure that I would say that. That's for sure. Mariners definitely have a plus side on the pitching side of the house. With regard to the bats, I think the Yankees are probably a better hitting team than the Mariners are. So it may be a wash. The thing that I want to see is what is Snyder of the Blue Jays approach going to be to Cal Raleigh? Cal Raleigh sparks the offense. Are they going to pitch around him? Is he going to see a flurry of intentional walks or intentional, unintentional walks? And Yesavage is on the mound. He basically has 3 pitches in his pocket, a 4-seamer, a splitter, and a slider. And in the box is a Rosarena. Yesavage sets and he fires, and the first pitch catches the inside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is a slider down that is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on the Rosarena. And a Rosarena calls timeout. Yesavage sets and he fires and he bounces the splitter of the dirt about 56 feet. Count is 1-2. Yesavage sets and fires, and the curveball is going to be called ball 2. It looks like he caught the outside quarter of the strike zone. So the count is now 2-2. Yesavage sets and he fires, and the slider is inside. Count is now 3-2. Count is full. Pitch is on the way, and a Rosarena is plunked by the fastball right in the elbow. So Rosarena is going to strip off his gear and head to first base. Definitely not the start that the Blue Jays were looking for. Coming up to bat is the big dumper, Cal Raleigh. So we're in the top of the first, and the first pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And Yesavage turns and he fires to first. Rosarena is back standing up, so first disengagement. And Yesavage sets. Fires, and the fastball is up and out of the strike zone. Count is evened at 1-1. Yesavage sets, and the splitter is down low. Count is 2-1. Yesavage sets and fires, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is now 3-1 on the big dumper. And Yesavage sets and fires, and Raleigh fouls that one straight back. Count is now full, 3-2. And it looks like Yesavage is ready. He sets and fires, and the pitch is way down low for ball 4. And the first two bat hitters have reached base. Mariners have runners at first and second with nobody out. And Julio Rodriguez coming up to bat. Yesavage sets. Pitch is on the way, and the slider catches the outside corner for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Yesavage sets, and the splitter catches right down the heart of Broadway. Count is 0-2. Yesavage sets, and the pitch bounces just in front of the plate. Count is 1-2. Yesavage sets and fires, and this pitch is hooked down the line. And this one is going, and gone. A 3-run home run by Julio Rodriguez to give the Mariners a 3-0 lead on the Toronto Blue Jays. So this is a completely different story from his appearance against the New York Yankees. And the Mariners now lead the Blue Jays 3-0. Wow. He lit that one up. That was a line drive home run. I'm curious to see what the stats were actually on that one. Coming up to bat is Jorge Polanco. And Yesavage sets. First pitch is on the way, and the slider is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Yesavage sets and fires, and the fastball is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. Yesavage sets and fires, and Polanco swings on the pitch for strike 3. And that is going to be the first out of the inning for the Mariners. And the pitch on the way to Naylor is swung on and missed for strike one. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and Naylor fouls this one straight back. Count is 0-2. Yesavage sets, brings the pitch, and it is a splitter up high. Count is 1-2. Yesavage sets and fires, and Naylor fouls this one off his foot. Count is going to remain 1-2. And they got the trainer out looking at Naylor's foot. The Trey Yesavage is human. And the first pitch is to Naylor, and he fouls it back. Count is going to remain 1-2. Pitch is on the way, and this is bounced through the infield, and it is going to make it to Varsho. So Naylor has a 2-strike hit. Coming up to bat is Eugenio Suarez. And it looks like they got a mound visit going on. Yesavage sets, fires, and the fastball is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is down. Count is 1-0. First base umpire said he did not swing at the pitch, and the Mariners fans are booing profusely. Or the Blue Jay fans, excuse me. Yesavage sets, and the slider is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Yesavage sets, fires, and the fastball is blown past Suarez for strike three. That is going to be the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Dominic Canzone, the DH. Yesavage sets, and he fires. A fastball is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Yesavage sets and fires, and Naylor takes off, and he is going to steal second base standing up. So the Naylor has stolen 21 bases since going to Seattle. And the pitch is on the way, and it is called strike one on can zone. Count is, or strike two. Count is 1-2. Looks like the bullpen is up and ready. And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three, and that is going to do it for the Mariners in the top of the first, but not before they add a three spot with a 3-run home run by Julio Rodriguez. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the first is George Springer, Nathan Lucas, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So I guess we're going to see what we see. And for those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We're at 421 subscribers, looking to hit our next milestone of 425, so we're 4 away. Anything that you can do to help us attain our goal would be most appreciated. And I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their busy Monday afternoon to stop in and listen to a little bit of baseball. For those that are hopping in late, as soon as this game is over with, I will be hopping over to call the game one of the NLCS with the Dodgers facing off against the Brewers in Great America Field. Let's see. Well, it might have been a combination of both. Yankees weren't catching up to the fastball up, and they were susceptible to the splitter down. In this game, doesn't look like Yesavage in the first inning had control of his fastball, and they sat on the splitter and didn't swing at it. So when he brought weaker stuff into the plate, they hammered it. Well, Bill, you know what? I've thrown pitches that were fantastic and got blasted. Some hitters just can hit the hell out of the ball, and that's a fact of life. Can Springer repeat his feat of yesterday with a leadoff home run? Actually, he had a first pitch home run. Logan Gilbert is on the bump for the Mariners. And Logan sets, and the first pitch is on the way, and it is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. The Springer is not going to hit a first pitch home run. And Gilbert sets, fires, and the fastball is just up. Count is evened at 1-1. And Gilbert sets, and he fires, and the pitch is chop foul. Count is 1-2. Gilbert sets, fires, and the splitter is hammered foul. Splitter was a little bit up, higher than he wanted it to go, and the count is going to remain 1-2. Gilbert sets, and he fires, and the curveball is off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. Gilbert sets, and he fires, and the pitch is hammered into right field. And this one is going, and just foul. That one hooked right at the foul pole. And the count is going to be 2-2 again. Might be time to bring a pitch up and in. Gilbert sets and fires in. This pitch is hammered to right field or left field, and it is going to come off the wall. Springer is going to be in there for a stand-up double. And the curveball was definitely flat in the zone, and Springer teed off on it. And Gilbert sets and fires, and the fastball is swung on and fouled off by Lucas. Count is 0-1. Gilbert sets and fires, and the pitch is chopped to the first baseman, and it is thrown away. Springer is going to round the base and score on the errant throw. Naylor had a bad feed to Gilbert, and the Blue Jays have come around to score 1 run. Score is 3-1. Definitely a bad play by Naylor, bad decision. Do not know why he chose to try to flip the ball running away. So there is nobody out, a runner at second, and Guerrero swings and misses or fouls the ball off. His bat goes flying back towards the Blue Jay dugout. So the count is 0-1. And Gilbert sets, fires, and the pitch is inside on Guerrero. Count is even at 1-1, and the Rogers Center is now rocking with fans. The air had been let out after the Rodriguez home run. Gilbert steps off the mound, compose himself. Gilbert sets and he fires, and the ball is chopped to Crawford, who flips it over to Naylor for the first out of the inning. Lucas is going to advance to third, so they have runners at Runner at third with 1 out. Addison Barger is coming up to bat. Looks like Rowley is out talking to his young pitcher. And Gilbert sets, and the ball is chopped foul down the first base line. Count is 0-1. And Gilbert sets. Next pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and foul down the third base line. Count is 0-2. Fastball up and in. Hey, thanks, Michael. Appreciate that. And Lucas sets and fires, and the splitter is off the plate. Count is now 1-2. Can Gilbert get out of this inning with no more damage? Guess we're going to find out. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is evened at 2-2. What color is your goose, Addison? Gilbert sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is the infamous Alejandro Kirk. Kirk is hitting 182 on this postseason. Gilbert sets, and he fires, and the pitch is slapped into right center field, and the run is going to score. So that is going to be the second run of the inning. And the score is now 3-2 Mariners. Coming up to bat is their center fielder, Dalton Varsho. And the pitch is up, and this one is a line drive to right field. Victor Robles is tracking it and is going to make the play for the third out. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the first. Score is 3-2 Mariners. Heading to the top of the second, Victor Robles, Carl Crawford, and Randy Arozarena will be coming up to bat. And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. As I mentioned earlier, I will be immediately following this game, I will be heading into the game 1 of the NLCS with the Dodgers facing the Brewers at Great American Field. So if you have the time, tune in, listen to a little baseball, hit a like button, and share the channel out. I want to extend my appreciation for all of you being there here tonight or this afternoon. And as you can tell from the first inning, looks like we're going to have a little bit of a fireworks show. So I may get to the second game a little bit late. And this asshat is back already. Thank you, Bill. Report, report, report. You are a jerk. Are there not enough streams for you to come in and harass everybody? You got to spend time here, you jackass. Hey, Merc, welcome to the stream. Hey, Jacob, you welcome too, my brother. For those of you hopping in, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Yesavage is back on the bump, ready to come out for his second inning of battle. Victor Robles is up to bat, and the first pitch is a fastball in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and it is a slider down low. Umpire at first confirms that it was not swung on, and the count is 1-1. Yesavage sets and fires, and the next slider is down and away. Count is now 2-1. And Yesavage sets, and this ball is hammered to right field, but right at Nathan Lucas, and he makes the play. Count is early. That is the first out. Coming up to bat is J.P. Crawford. And the first pitch to Crawford paints the outside portion of the plate for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Yesavage sets, and the pitch is down low. Count is 1-1. Yesavage sets, and he fires. The next pitch is down low. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is on the way, and this is a towering pop up to the infield. And Jimenez is waving people off and is going to make the play right behind second base for the second out. Hey, Susan, how you doing? And the first pitch to Arozarena is a slider off the plate. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is evened at 1-1. Yesavage sets and he fires, and the pitch is up out of the strike zone. Count is 2-1 on Arozarena. Arozarena was hit by a pitch in his first at bat and scored a run. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is evened at 2-2. And the next pitch is called strike 3, and that is going to do it for the Mariners in the top of the second. Today is Thanksgiving Day in Canada. Coming up to bat for the Blue Jays is going to be Cody Clement, Davis Schneider, and Andres Jimenez. 7, 8, and 9. And if you remember Clement from the Yankee series, he is an incredible line drive hitter. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Well, Bill, I'm not waving the torch for the kid being back yet. I need to see what he's doing against the big bats. So how we feel about the game so far, folks? Yeah, Jake. The Logan Gilbert pitched 2 days ago in the 15 inning clincher for the Mariners. I'm not sure that he has it either. I think he'll go as long as they can keep the score close. Frankly, the Mariners don't have the length out of their bullpen because they used everybody plus starting pitchers. And let's see, Gilbert is back on the mound. Clement is in the box. And he sets and fires, and the fastball is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Yeah, Bill, he was also thrown to the bottom of the lineup. 8, 9, and 1. Well, and Gilbert sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. Gilbert sets, fires, and the pitch is looped into center field. Rodriguez is going to field it cleanly, and Clement has a leadoff single for the Blue Jays. Coming up to bat is Davis Schneider. Gilbert sets, fires, and the first pitch is a fastball up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is a chop swing to Naylor. Naylor looks at second, but steps on the bag at first. And Lucas is going to advance to second. So the Blue Jays have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Coming up to bat is Andreas Jimenez. Yeah, Clement, he makes contact with everything. And the ball that he hit into center field wasn't even a strike. It was down. Gilbert sets and fires, and the pitch is chop foul down the first base line. Count is 0-1. Honestly, to me, it looks like Gilbert needs to throw his fastball up to keep these guys honest because it looks like they're sitting off speed down. Fastball up, and he'll be good to go. And the pitch is on the way, and this is chopped to Naylor at first. Naylor is going to flip it to Gilbert for the second out. And Lucas is going to advance to third base. Coming up to bat is Springer. Springer is 1-for-1 on the day with a double. And Gilbert sets. Fires. The fastball is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. Had a little bit of go-go juice on that one. That was a 96 mile an hour. Just needs to get it in the zone. Gilbert sets and he fires, and the fastball is in there right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. Gilbert sets and he fires, and the pitch is a splitter down low. Count is 2-1. So for those of you hopping in the stream, we're at the bottom of the second. Score is 3-2 Mariners, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is even at deuce. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you booting that jackass. And the pitch is foul down the third base line. It's going to make the stands. Count is going to remain deuce. Gilbert sets and fires in the pitch. Oh my goodness. Looks like he painted the bottom of the strike zone, but it is not called a strike. He got squeezed by the umpire on that one because Springer should have been sitting his butt on the bench. So the count is now 3-2. Once again, my comments about the umpires causing games. Gilbert sets and fires, and the pitch is chop foul, straight back. Hello, SGA. Welcome to the stream. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down low for ball 1 or ball 4. Springer is stripping off his gear and heading to first. So now Gilbert is throwing more pitches than he should have pitched because Springer should have already been struck out. That is Gilbert's first walk issued. And Lucas is up to bat. He is what for what today had an infield hit with an error by Josh Naylor. And the first pitch is a slider in there for call, strike 1. And Gilbert sets. Pitch is up and away. Count is 1-1. Gilbert needs to keep pumping the fastball up, and strategically drop that splitter in there. But it helps if you get the fastball in strike zone. Gilbert sets and fires, and this one is chopped into right field. And it looks like there is going to be a run scored, and that is going to even the score up at 3 apiece. The Blue Jays are going to have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. coming up to bat, and there is a mound visit coming on. So it is all tied up at 3. And the Blue Jays fans at Rogers Center are going nuts with Guerrero coming up to bat. Guerrero is 0 for 1 on the day. He grounded out in his first at bat. And Gilbert sets and fires, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Gilbert sets, fires, and the pitch is inside. Count is 2-0. This may be the most important batter that Gilbert faces today. Gilbert sets and he fires, and the slider is just inside. Count is now 3-0. And the pitch is on the way, and it is called strike one in the inside corner. Nice slider catches the inside part of the plate. And this jackass is back again. And Gilbert sets. And he steps off the mound. And the pitch is swung on and missed. And the count is now full 3-2. I think he's going after him, Bill. I don't think he's putting him on. Gilbert sets and fires, and this pitch is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain full at 3-2. Fastball up, fastball up. Gilbert sets and fires, and the splitter is fouled off. Don't understand why he's not recognizing that these guys are sitting on off speed down. And as we head to the eighth pitch of the at bat, count is 3-2 with runners at first and third and 2 outs. And the pitch is a fastball. This one is fouled off. Nice location. Guerrero was definitely behind the pitch. And as we head to the ninth pitch of the at bat, Gilbert sets and he fires, and this one is chopped up the middle. And Polanco fields it cleanly and flips it to Naylor for the third out. That is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the second, but not before they score a run to tie the game up at 3s. Coming up to bat in the top of the third is going to be Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, and Jorge Polanco. Yeah, Sean, I don't know if you were watching it. I was watching the game, the Chiefs Lions game during the play-by-play yesterday, and Branch is a former Alabama Crimson Tide, and I like him, but he did that crap when he was back in college, and he got hammered by Nick Saban, and he showed his stripes again in football. He's damn lucky that he only got a 1-game suspension. And I'm amazed that Juju Smith-Schuster didn't clock him. Don't know why you would brawl with somebody who's wearing pads and a helmet, but, whatever. For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We are at 421 subscribers, and our next milestone is 425. So any way that you can help us reach our goal would be most appreciated. Yes, he did, Bill. I think the reason that Saban retired from coaching was the NIL money because he didn't want to deal with the attitude from $1 million college kid players, and I don't blame him. And Yesavage sets, and the first pitch is a towering fly ball to right field. Lucas is closing in on it and is going to make the play. One pitch and one out. Yesavage is at 47 pitches. Coming up to bat is Julio Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 1-for-1 on the day with a 3-run home run. Yesavage sets and he fires at the first pitch as a fastball up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. Yesavage sets and fires, and the slider is down. Count is now 2-0 on J-Rod. And the next pitch is on the way, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 3-0 on J-Rod. And Yesavage sets, fires, and the pitch is up and inside. Count is, or the Rodriguez strips his gear off and heads to first base. Jorge Polanco coming up to bat. He is 0-for-1 on the day. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is chopped to the second baseman, who fires to Jimenez for the out. No relay required, or no relay possible. Coming up to bat is Josh Naylor. And the pitch to Naylor is foul down the third base line. Count is 0-1. Bill, Virginia Tech should have been embarrassed when ODU kicked their asses earlier this year. And Yesavage sets, fires, and this pitch is line to center field, and it is going to drop in for a single right in front of Varsho. Runner is going to advance to third, so the Mariners are going to have runners at first and third with 2 outs. Eugenio Suarez coming up to bat. He is 0-for-1 on the day with a strikeout. And the first pitch to Suarez is hammered to center field. And Varsho is going to make a diving play on the ball to record the out. And that is going to do it for the Mariners in the top of the third. That was a fine play by Varsho. Coming up in the bottom of the third is going to be Addison Barger, Alejandro Kirk, and Dalton Varsho. Definitely saved maybe 2 runs on that play by Varsho. Varsho is a former Arizona Diamondback outfielder who was traded for Gabby Moreno and Lourdes Gurriel. My God, does this guy not ever freaking learn? What the hell? I want to extend my appreciation to all you mods out there handling business with this clown. La 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 la. Blue, it is a good playoff game. All right, Bill, no problem. See you when we see you. And for those of you who have hopped in our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Immediately following this game, I will switch over and start calling game one of the NLCS with the Dodgers facing the Brewers in Great American Field this evening. So stop on by and listen to a little bit of baseball, drop a like, and say hey. And Gilbert sets. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. Gilbert sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-1. And Gilbert sets and fires, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 2-1. Gilbert sets and fires, and the pitch is a towering pop up. That one is going to drift into the third base side stands. Count is evened at deuce. What color is your goose, Addison? And it looks like Raleigh has got some problems with the shed guards. He's readjusting them. We have a mini delay going on. And the pitch is on the way, and it is chopped to Polanco. Polanco is fielding it and fires it to Naylor for the first out of the inning. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a fly ball to right field. And Robles is tracking it, and it makes a fine running play just short of the right field foul line. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Dalton Varsho. Varsho is 0 for 1 on the day with a line out. And Gilbert sets and he fires, and the pitch is a slider off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Gilbert sets and fires, and the slider catches the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. And Gilbert sets and he fires, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is 2-1. Those of you hopping in the stream, the score is tied at 3-3 in the bottom of the third. There are 2 outs with nobody on. Dalton Varsho is up to bat. Count is 2-1. And Gilbert sets, he fires, and the fastball is fouled off. Count is even at deuce. What color's your goose, Dalton? And Gilbert sets, fires, and the slider is down in the dirt. Count is now full on Varsho, 3-2. Can Gilbert work his first clean inning of the day? And Gilbert sets. And the slider is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the third. That is Gilbert's first clean inning of the night or the afternoon. Coming up to bat in the top of the fourth is going to be Dominic Canzone, Victor Robles, and J.P. Crawford. 7, 8, and 9. And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees ALCS Truth family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. We have 421 subscribers and looking to hit our milestone of 425. Anything that you can do to help us out would be most greatly appreciated. Programming notes: I will continue calling play-by-plays for the remainder of the postseason. Tonight, I will follow this stream with the Game 1 play-by-play for the NLDS or NLCS, with the Dodgers facing the Brewers in Great American Field. So if there is an overlap, as soon as this game is over with, I will shut the stream down and head straight over and bring that one up. Thank you for everybody who has taken time out of your busy Monday afternoon. And for those of you in America, your Columbus Day off. And for those of you in Canada, happy Thanksgiving for y'all. Tonight, for you NFL fans, I will call some of the play-by-play on those games. First game is at 7:15, and it is going to be the Buffalo Bills versus the Atlanta Falcons. 4-1 Bills face off against the 2-2 Falcons. And after that game is over, I will do some calls on the late night game of Chicago Bears versus the Washington Commanders, 2-2 versus 3-2. And Yesavage fires, and the first pitch to Canzone is fouled down the left field line, and it is going to make it into the stands. Count is 0-1. And Yesavage sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a splitter up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Yesavage sets and fires, and this ball is hammered to Clement. Clement flips it to Guerrero Jr. for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Victor Robles. And the first pitch is swung on and popped out of play. Count is 0-1. Robles is 0 for 1 on the afternoon with a line out in his first at bat. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a slider down low. Count is 1-1. And it looks like Bizzardo is warming up in the Mariners bullpen. Yesavage sets and he fires, and the next pitch is down low. Count is deuce. That pitch looked pretty good to me, but once again, umpire is squeezing both pitchers. Yesavage sets and the pitch is on the way. It is fouled off. Count is deuce. And that is 5 straight sliders to Robles. Yesavage sets and fires, and this ball is chop foul. That is the 6th straight slider for Yesavage. So I would not be surprised to see a fastball up. Yesavage sets, fires, and this ball is hammered to center field, but right at Dalton Varsho. And he takes a couple of steps in to make the play for the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is J.P. Crawford. And the first pitch down is ball 1. Count is 0-1 on, or 1-0 on Crawford. Yesavage sets, fires, and the pitch is a splitter in there for call. Strike 1. Count is evened out 1-1. Yesavage sets and fires, and the fastball is down low. Count is 2-1. Yesavage sets and fires, and this ball is flied to left field. And Snyder is tracking it and is going to make the play just short of the warning track for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Mariners in the top of the fourth. Coming up in the bottom of the fourth is going to be Ernie Clement, Davis Snyder, and Andres Jimenez. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And it looks like Eduardo Bizzardo is coming in to replace Gilbert. What outage, Bill? Bill, I think the umpires stink and they're squeezing everybody. How's the weather where you're at, Bill? And Bizzardo sets and fires, and the first pitch is hammered foul. Count is 0-1. And Bizzardo sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is up out of the strike zone. And it looks like he did not check his swing, so the count is going to be 0-2. He is 1-for-1 on the day with a single. And the pitch is chopped softly to Raleigh. Raleigh sets and fires and throws to first base. Naylor catches the ball, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. So that was a swinging bunt by Clement. Well, we are in a tied game in the bottom of the fourth, 3-3. Logan Gilbert just got pulled, and Edward Bizzardo is in. He just recorded the first out of Clement. Davis Schneider is coming up to bat. Schneider is 0-for-1 on the day. Looked like Cal Raleigh might have tweaked himself on that play. Coming up to bat is Davis Snyder. And the first pitch is fouled down And everybody's heading to the dugout, and this one is going to hit right on top of the dugout. So the count is 0-1. Hey, Jose, welcome to the stream. For those of you who have hopped in, if you could please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 1-1. Pizarro sets, and he fires in the fastball, catches the outside corner for call, strike two. Count is 1-2. It's interesting listening to Schmaltz talk about the MVP race. It's a no-brainer that Cal Raleigh should be the MVP. And the pitch is on the way, and it is right down the outside corner for call, strike three. Snyder is recorded for struck out for the second out of the inning. Pizarro sets and fires, and the sinker catches the bottom of the strike zone for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Pizarro sets and fires, and the pitch is a slider down low. Count is 1-1. And Bizardo sets, and the slider is down low. Count is 2-1. Bizardo sets, and the pitch is on the way, and it is a towering fly ball to left field. Rosarena is tracking it, and he makes the play for the third out, and that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the fourth. Heading to the top of the fifth is going to have Randy Rosarena, Cal Raleigh, and Julio Rodriguez coming up to bat. And for those of you who have hopped into the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. All baseball fans are welcome. I will do play-by-plays for the remainder of the season. I have open panels on several days a week. I post challenging questions in the form of videos. So if you're a baseball fan, this may be the place to be. And if you are subscribed, make sure that you have hit the notification buttons or the notification bell so you know every time that we go online. Your support is most appreciated, and I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy Monday, now it's early evening, to listen to a little bit of baseball. Actually, the funny thing that you're talking about Jimenez at second, at short. He's actually a second baseman. He's not a natural shortstop. And the time is 6:27. So when the kickoff begins for the Bills versus the Falcons, I will be giving updates to the play-by-play. Well, the one that I want is being made available according to the Cardinals front office. Brendan Donovan, multi-positional player, plays second base, shortstop, third base, and corner outfielder. He is also a leadoff hitter, which I think is something that the Yankees desperately need. Bichette is a fine baseball player. He's going to be worth a $21 million contract proposed. If you bring him on board, he presents a different set of problems. And the first pitch at Arena is chopped. Jimenez sets and fires, and the ball is thrown away. So Arozarena is going to be on, and I don't think that's an error. I think it'll be an infield single. Bichette is a above average hitter, but his defensive metrics, he is a negative D-WAR, negative 27. And apparently that ball went into the dugout, so it is going to be a single and an error, putting Arozarena at second. Bellinger may ask for 5 years, and that's more than fair. He just turned 30. And it looks like there's a meeting of the minds with the umpires gathering on the field. What the hell they're talking about is your guess is as good as mine. And it looks like Snyder is over there complaining about something. Go figure. I don't know. Maybe the ball hits Suarez sitting in the dugout. Not sure what they would be talking about. Can the Yankees afford Bellinger? I certainly think they can. And apparently the Blue Jays are challenging something. What it is, I don't know. Suarez is sitting in the dugout. The ball hits him. And if Suarez isn't sitting there, it's in the dugout anyhow. So Arozarena would be awarded second regardless. And the play is confirmed. The ball was out of play. Suarez is sitting on the top set in the dugouts. I don't know what they challenged, but Toronto loses one of its challenges. I don't think the top step is in the field of play, Bill. And of course, Snyder is going to pull an Aaron Judge and hold 4 fingers up and send Cal Raleigh to first base. So the big dumper gets his first intentional walk of the game. And now it looks like Snyder is heading to the bump. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. Snyder is coming out of the game. And one more time. Don't you come back no more. Who is coming in? I do not know. Bill, tell me, did you ever sit on a step in the dugout while you were playing ball? And it looks like Lewis Varland is coming in to replace Trey Yesavage. They're gonna burn this guy out. Varland pitched in all games against the Yankees. Varland pitched against all games against the Yankees. They pitched him last night, and he's coming in again. It's funny, Bill. I've been in the dugout. I've been hit by a bat flying in the dugout. I've been hit in the nog by a foul ball in the dugout. The one thing I can say is I was never hit by a throw in the dugout. Top step isn't. Look where he was. If there is no body there, Bill, that ball is in the dugout regardless. The only person that paid the price is your Torres for being hit by the damn ball. So as we resume the game, the Mariners have runners at first and second with nobody out. And the first pitch is on the way, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Rodriguez is 1 for 1 on the night with a 3-run homer and a base on balls. Varland sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is evened out 1-1. Varland sets and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed by Rodriguez. Count is 1-2. Bill, you know me, I will argue baseball all day long, and I am actually considered more so a baseball purist than anything. I just don't think that was really worth the argument. And the fastball is up out of the strike zone. Count is evened at 2-2. Varland sets and fires, and that pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike 3. And that is going to be the first out of the inning. And coming out to bat is the baseball hitting machine, Polanco. And the first pitch to Polanco is a fastball up and out of the strike zone. Pitch is on the way, and Polanco fouls this one straight back. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is tagged, and this one is going to be going, and gone. That is a 3-run bomb by Jorge Polanco. Incredible shot. I'm curious if Varsho got hurt on that one because it looked like he crashed into the wall. But that is going to put the Mariners up on top of the Blue Jays, 6-3. Josh Naylor coming up to bat, and the first pitch is chop foul down the first base line. And the pitch is down in the dirt. Count is 1-1. And it looks like Naylor is taking time out. Yeah, Real Bill, you've been talking about Polanco, and I agree. He is a freaking hitting machine. And the pitch to Naylor is down to the dirt. Count is now 2-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is hammered foul. Do I see a collapse by the Blue Jays? I don't think that it's a question of a collapse. I frankly think that the Blue Jays don't have the pitching to stand up to the Mariners' rotation or bullpen. And I think the Blue Jays have an advantage with the bats. But can those, something that I've claimed, and you can probably ask Bill, I've always subscribed that pitching is what wins championships and not home runs. And Naylor is back in the box at 2-2 count. Varland sets and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is third baseman Eugenio Suarez. Ed Varlet sets and fires, and the first pitch is a slider that is called strike 1. Count is 0-1. Varlet sets and fires, and the curveball is swung on and missed by Suarez. Count is 0-2. Varland sets, fires, and the pitch paints the outside corner for call, strike 3. And that is going to do it for Suarez. Coming up but not before the Mariners add 3 runs to take a 6-3 lead on the Blue Jays. Coming up to bat for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 5th is going to be Springer, Lucas, and Guerrero Jr. That's what I'm saying, Bill. Pitching is the key. Good balance between starters and bullpen. And in the postseason, most starters only go four innings, maybe 5 at best. It's those very few superstars that make it into the 6th. That's why you have to have a solid bullpen to go along with great starting pitching. And the Mariners have that good blend. Munoz, their closer, is probably one of the best in the game. And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, we are headed to the bottom of the fifth. The Mariners lead the Blue Jays 6-3. Coming up to bat is George Springer, Nathan Lucas, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Bizzardo was the pitcher of record. Will he come out for another inning? I guess we're going to find out. And for those of you who have hopped in, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Well, Celia, all teams are going to have work in the offseason to do. Yankees have not missed a not had a losing record in 36 years. And I suspect that they will be competing for the playoffs next year once again. Hopefully, we'll go through with few injuries to our starting rotation, and we will not have to exhaust our bullpen by the end of the season. What moves the Yankees make in the offseason? I don't know. I know for a fact that with Cody Bellinger declaring he's opting out of his contract, we have two outfield positions to look at. Weaver and Williams are free agents, along with us not taking the call on Jonathan Loaisiga. And Bizzardo sets and he fires. The first pitch is a sinker in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Bizzardo sets and he fires, and the pitch looks like it catches the outside corner, but it is called ball one. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed by Springer. Count is 1-2. Springer is 1-for-1 on the evening with a double and a base on balls. And the pitch is grounded to first base. Naylor grabs the ball on his belly and flips to Bizzardo for the first out of the inning. And Bizzardo sets and fires, in the sinker catches the outside part of the plate for call, strike one. And Bizzardo sets and he fires, and the pitch just misses inside. Count is 1-1. Lucas is 2-for-2 on the day with a pair of singles, RBI, and a run scored. And the pitch is on the way, and it is hammered through the infield to right field. Robles feels the ball and shoots it in to Polanco. So the Blue Jays have a runner at first with one out, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. coming up to bat. And Bizzardo sets and fires, and the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And it looks like Fluharty is warming up in the bullpen. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off by Guerrero. Count is 0-2. Bizzardo sets, pitch is on the way, and this is fouled down the right field line. Count is going to remain 0-2. Naylor's play was awesome, Bill. Bizzardo sets and fires, and the sinker is off the plate. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and the slider is just tipped. So he stays alive. And the pitch is on the way, and looks like Guerrero is going to check his swing. Count is 2-2. And the pitch is chopped to Bizzardo. He fields in, fires to first to get Guerrero. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. Lukes is going to advance to second. So the Blue Jays have a runner at second with 2 outs. And the first pitch to Charger is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and it, wow, looked like it caught the inside part of the plate, but it is called ball one. Count is 1-1. Zardo sets and fires, and Bargers fouls this one down the first base line. Count is 1-2. Zardo sets and fires, and this pitch is inside. Count is going to be evened at deuce. Bill, don't know if you're going to get your wish. And the pitch is on the way. It is chopped to Bizzardo, and he flips to Naylor for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the fifth. Coming up in the top of the sixth is going to be Canzone, Robles, and Crawford. Bill, if you don't have access to the football game, I'll be doing updates as soon as the kickoff starts. And it looks like Fluharty is coming in to relieve Varlin. And the first pitch is a sweeper in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Next pitch to Cans. Looks like Garver is pinch hitting for Canzone. And the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Garver fouls this one off. Count is going to remain 0-2. Fluharty sets, fires, and this one is hammered to center field. Varsho is going back, and it is going to be off the wall. Garver is heading second, rounding third, and he is going to be in at third. A triple, leadoff triple. Coming up to bat is Victor Robles. He is 0 for 2 on the day. And the first pitch is a cutter swung on and missed for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And once again, the Mariners are threatening in the top of the sixth. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. Fluharty sets. And the cutter is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-2. Robles is 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of lineouts. Pitch is on the way, and this is hammered to Barger, who fields it cleanly and fires to first base. Guerrero completes the first out of the inning, and Garver remains at third. And it looks like Rivas is coming in to pinch run for Garver. So is Crawford going to lay a safety squeeze down? And the first pitch to Crawford is up and in. Count is 0-1. Crawford is 0 for 2 on the night with a pop out and a fly out. And the next pitch from Fluharty is fouled off. Count is 1-1. Fluharty sets, fires, and the sweeper is down low. Count is 1-1. Fluharty sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled down the third base line. The count is even at deuce. Bill, do we really need a starter? If so, who would you think? Trade market, free agency? Fluharty sets, fires, and the sweeper is way off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is going to remain 3-2. So will Crawford be able to bring in the run from third? They already failed to do so once today. Fluharty sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is chopped into left field, and it is going to bounce in there for a single, and the Mariners are going to add another run to give them the lead 7-4. So it is now 7-3 Seattle.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back
And
no
Fluharty
more,
is out of there. One more time.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more.
All right, Bill, free agency. Which free agent? Are you going after a pitcher like Gallen, Valdez? Looks like Braden Fisher is coming in to replace Fluharty. And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Your support is most appreciated. Thank you for taking time to listen to a little bit of baseball on this Monday night. And the first pitch from Fitcher is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And they're cutting this bird up. Fisher sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-2. And the next pitch is down in the dirt. Count is 1-2. Fisher sets, fires, and the pitch is in the dirt. Count is 2-2. Rosarena is 1-for-2 on the night. And the 2-2 pitch is going to be called strike three. I think it was off the plate. So that is the second out of the inning. And the first pitch to Raleigh is hammered foul down the right field line. I wanted 2/3. And out of the strike zone, the count is 1-1. Thank you. What are you eating?
Meatloaf. I made mashed potatoes.
And the next pitch is on the way. It catches the outside corner and calls strike two. Count is 1-2, and Raleigh is asking for timeout and staring down the umpire. And it looks like they're warming up on the field. The Bills and the Falcons. Game time is 7:15. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is in the dirt. Count is even at 2-2. What color is your goose, Cal? And the pitch is on the way, and Raleigh swings and misses for strike three. And that is going to do it for the Mariners in the top of the sixth, but not before the Mariners tack on another run to take a 7-4 lead. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the sixth is Alejandro Kirk, Dalton Varsho, and Cody Clement. Jonathan, I really want Seattle to lose just to see Vladdy's face. Why would you see Vladdy's face if Seattle loses? I don't understand. So you want Seattle to win? Okay. And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Well, Bill, I do know the history of Vladdy Guerrero Jr., and I'm not cutting him slack. He's a goddamn adult. He should act like one. Hey, Nick, welcome to the stream. For those of you who have hopped in, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And it looks like Carlos Vargas is coming to the game. And he fires, and the first pitch is in there for call. Strike one on Kirk. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike two. Count is 0-2, and Kirk is going to take timeout. Pitch is on the way, and Kirk fouls it off. Count is 0-2. Yes, I do know how oriented people were treated during COVID. Pitch is on the way, and it is a cutter down low. Count is 1-2. Pitch is on the way, and Kirk fouls this one on to stay alive. Count is going to remain 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Kirk is going to check his swing. Count is going to even up at 2-2. Pitch is on the way, and it is foul down the first base line. Count is going to remain 2-2. What color is your goose, Alejandro? And the pitch is on the way. It is grounded softly to Polanco, who feels it and shoots it to Naylor at first. to record the first out of the inning. And Vargas sets and fires, and the first pitch to Varsho is up high. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is a cutter down and in. Makes Varsho do a little dance, and the count is 2-0. Pitch is on the way, and Varsho fouls us down the first base line. Count is 2-1. And it looks like the Bills will be kicking off to start this game off to the Falcons. Pitch is on the way, and Varsho swings through and misses. The count is 2-2. And the Falcons get the ball, and they return it to the 31-yard line. First and 10. Vargas sets. Pitch is on the way, and Varsho fouls this one straight back. And Robinson is handed the ball. He's hit and fumbles the ball forward. There is a flag on the play, so we're going to wait and see what happens. And the pitch is up and out of the strike zone. Count is now 3-2. Vargas sets, and he fires, and this one is a towering fly ball. Count is going to remain 3-2. And the pitch is hammered to right field. Blacking up to Robles, and Robles is going to make the play on the warning track for the second out of the game. And the penalty was against the Bills, so they do not keep the fumble. Penix sets and fires, and he throws the ball down to the Bills' 45-yard line for a completed pass. Vargas sets and fires, and the first pitch is swung on and missed by Clement. Clement is 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a run scored. Vargas sets and fires, and the pitch is chopped down the third base line. Count is 0-2. And Penix takes a snap, and he hands it off to Robinson. Robinson rushes to the right side and is going to make 2 yards before he is tackled. It is 2nd and 8 on Buffalo's 39. Vargas sets and fires, and the slider is off the plate and away. Count is 1-2. Penix drops back, and he fires a bullet for a first down to London. And the pitch is a sky-high fly to left field. Rodriguez is tracking it, and he is going to make the play for the third out of the inning. Coming up to bat in the top of the 7th is Julio Rodriguez, Jorge Polanco, and Josh Naylor. And Robinson is his motion. They hand the ball off to him, and he makes an end around. Is going to take the ball down to the 18-yard line. 2nd down and 3. Penix is in shotgun position, and he takes the snap, and he hands this one off. It is broken through the line, and this is touchdown Falcons. Gallagher rushes for 21 yards to score that touchdown, and the Falcons are going to set up for the extra point. The drive went 5 plays, 69 yards in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And the extra point is up and good, and the Falcons have a 7-0 lead on the Bills with 12 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter. And I told you that I would be doing simulcasts for play-by-plays, so hopefully that doesn't bug y'all. And the question I have for you, Real Bill, is do you have a neon Buffalo Bills sign? And if so, is it up and lit? And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Looks like Fisher is going to remain in the game, and he fires, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike 1 against Julio Rodriguez. Fisher sets, and he fires, and the slider is up high. Count is 1-1. Rodriguez is 1 for 2 on the day with a homer, base on balls, and a strikeout. And the pitch is on the way, and Rodriguez fouls it off. Count is 1-2. And Fisher sets, fires, and the curveball is fouled down the right field line. Count is going to remain 0-2. Fisher sets, fires, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike 3. And that is going to do it for J-Rod. First out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jorge Polanco. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a 3-run homer. And the Falcons kick off, and the ball is returned to the 27-yard line. And the first pitch is hit through the infield to right field. So Polanco has yet another hit. Coming up to bat is Josh Naylor. 2 for 3 on the day with a stolen base and a couple of singles. And now Allen sets, takes the play, and he fakes a handoff. It is fired down the field, and it is a completed pass at the Falcons' 30-yard line. And the pitch is on the way, and it is ball high. Count is 2-0. And the pitch is on the way, and it is in there for a call. Strike one. Nice curveball. Count is 2-1. Next pitch is a curveball, and there for call. Strike two. Count is evened at deuce. Naylor takes timeout, and Allen takes a snap. He fakes it, and he breaks through the middle. He is going to get the first down and be down at the, looks like the 16-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 16 of Atlanta. And the pitch is on the way. The curveball is up high. Count is evened at, or is at 3-2. Full count. Fisher sets, and the pitch is a high fly ball to right field. And this one is going, and gone. And that is another home run in this game, the 3rd of the game. And the Mariners now take a 9-3 lead on the Blue Jays in the top of the 7th. And that is Naylor's 3rd hit of the game. So that is a 2-run shot by Naylor. Coming up to bat is Eugenio Suarez. And Shakir had a pass that he took down to the 5-yard line, but there's a holding penalty against the Bills. So they're going to back this one up. So it is now 2nd and 18 on the Falcons' 24-yard line. Allen is in shotgun position. He's got 3 wide to the right. Now there is here in motion. Takes a snap. He drops back. He scrambles, and he is going to make about 4 yards on the run. And it looks like Uriel Rodriguez will be coming in to replace Fisher. Allen runs the ball down to the 19-yard line, so it is 3rd and 13. Allen is in shotgun position. He drops back. He takes the snap, and he fires the ball to the end zone to Kincaid, and that is going to be a touchdown for Buffalo. Score is now 6-7. Actually, it's not Kincaid, it's Knox. Excuse me. So the score is 6-7 as the Bills line up for the extra point. That drive was 6 plays, 73 yards. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And Rodriguez sets, and the first pitch is in there for call. Strike one. Nice 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is 0-1 on Eugenio Suarez. Rodriguez sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is inside. Count is 1-1. Bill, isn't that what I just called? Suarez is 0 for 3 on the day with a pair of strikeouts, and the next pitch is on the way, and it is a four-seamer inside. Count is now 2-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and the slider is off the plate. Count is now 3-1 on Suarez. Rodriguez sets, and the pitch is way off the plate, and that is going to be ball 4. So Suarez is going to head to first base. Rivas came in and pinch ran for Mitch Garver, and he is going to be taking his first at bat this evening. And the Blue Jays fans are looking decimated in the stands. And Rodriguez sets and fires, and the first pitch is a fastball that catches the bottom of the strike zone. Call strike one. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is inside. Count is 1-1. Rodriguez sets, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-1. Rivas turned 28 2 days ago and hit the game-tying run. Pitch is on the way, and it is inside. Count is now 3-1. Rodriguez sets, and the pitch catches the outside corner for call. Strike two. Count is now full, 3-2. And the Bills put the ball up. It is fielded at the 3-yard line. It is brought up, and the runner is taken down at the 27-yard line. Here come the Falcons. Pitch is on the way, and it is down in the dirt. That is ball 4. So he strips his gear off and heads to first base. The Mariners are going to have runners at first and second with one out. And Victor Robles is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 3 on the night. And Rodriguez sets, and he catches the outside corner. Call strike one on Robles. And the 0-1 on Robles is down low. Count is 1-1. And it is first down and 15 for the Falcons. They just had a false start. Falcons have the ball on the 37-yard line. And the next pitch is on the way, and the sinker is down in the dirt. Count is 2-1. And Rodriguez sets, and the slider is down low. Count is now 3-1. Penix drops back. He sets and throws an outlet pass to Landon for a 3-yard gain. So it is going to be 2nd and 13, and the pitch is on the way. And that is ball 4. So the bases are going to be juiced full of Mariners with 1 out. J.P. Crawford coming up to bat. Penix drops back and he passes, and the pass is knocked down by Beneford. So it is going to be 3rd and 13 on the Falcon 39. Penix is in the shotgun position. There is motion. And Penix is under pressure, and he is going to be sacked for a 6-yard loss. And that is going to bring up 4th down, so they will definitely be punting this ball away. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And the punt is up, and it is going to be fielded at the 15-yard line, and it is brought up to the 26. So the Bills will have this one. Hey, Bill, how you doing? Or Joe, how you doing? For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. I want to extend my appreciation for those of you who have taken time out of your busy Monday afternoon/evening to listen to a little bit of baseball. I will be switching over as soon as this game is over with to the Dodgers versus the Brewers. And Bassett is on the mound. Crawford is up to bat, and the first pitch is a sinker in there right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Bassett sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-2. For those of you just hopping in the stream, the Mariners have a 9-3 lead on the Blue Jays. The bases are juice full of Mariners, and there is one out. J.P. Crawford is up to bat, and the count is 0-2. Bassett sets and fires, and the sinker is inside. Count is going to go 1-2. Bassett sets, fires, and the fastball is up and out of the strike zone. Count is evened at 2-2. And the pitch is fouled off. Allen takes the snap. He drops back and he fires a bullet towards Knox, but it is knocked away. Going to be 2nd and 10. Buffalo has the ball on their own 26-yard line. And the next pitch is on the way. The curveball is off the plate. Count is now 3-2. There is nowhere to put another runner. And the play for the Bills is broken. Edabike is going to make the tackle for no gain. And the 3-2 pitch is on the way, and it is fouled down the third base line. Count is going to remain 3-2 as we're heading to the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Bassett sets, pitch is on the way, and Crawford fouls it off. Count is going to remain 3-2. And Allen floats a butterfly pass down the line to Shakir. Going to be forced out of bounds with a completion at the Buffalo 42-yard line. And it looks like the Falcons are going to be challenging whether it is a valid catch. Bassett sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is hammered to center field. Varsho is going to make the play, and Suarez is tagging, heading home, and he is going to score another run. So that is going to put the lead to 10-3, Blue Jays. So Crawford has a nice sacrifice fly. Mariners take a 10-3 lead, have 2 outs with runners at first and second. Bassett sets, and the first pitch is swung on and missed by Rosarena. Count is 0-1. Bassett sets, fires, and the sweeper catches the inside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. Pitch is on the way, and Rosarena swings and misses for strike 3. And that is going to do it for the Mariners in the top of the 7th. But not before they add another 3 spot in the 7th to advance their lead to 10-3. Coming up to bat for the Blue Jays in the bottom of 7th is Davis Schneider, Andres Jimenez, and George Springer. and I will be back in just a half a click. Those of you that have hung on, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Your support is most appreciated. And it looks like the Falcons have the football on their 33-yard line. The ball is handed off to Allegret, and he is tackled for a loss of 1. So it is going to be 2nd and 11 on the 33. Pettis is in shotgun position. He takes a step. He drops back. He sets it. He fires, and the ball is on the 41-yard line to Robinson, who is immediately tackled. So it is going to be 3rd and 3. And the first pitch from Vargas is into Snyder for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and it is chopped to Crawford, who fields it and fires to Naylor for the first out of the inning. Vargas sets and he fires, and the pitch is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. Vargas sets and fires, and the second pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-0 to Jimenez. Ed Vargas sets, Ed fires, and the pitch is right down the heart of Broadway. Count is 2-1. And the next pitch is in there for call. Strike 2. Count is even to deuce. What color's your goose, Andres? Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is going to remain deuce. And the pitch is down low. Count is now 3-2. Hey, T-Road, how you doing? Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate, and that is ball 4. So Jimenez is going to take a 1-out walk. And the Falcons have the ball on their own 40 dive. It is 3rd and 7. And the pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-1. And Penix drops back, and he fires the ball down the field. And that is going to be Springer guys the ball to Robles in right field for the 2nd out. Penix is going to fire a pass down to London. It's going to be caught at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10. Robinson gets the ball, and he breaks through the line. He's got it. He's taking it down to the 8-yard line for 1st and goal. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. And the pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. That was a bad job of tackling for the Bills. And the next pitch to Lucas is going to be in there for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2. Vargas sets and fires, and the pitch is inside. Count is 1-2. And the ball is handed off to Bijan Robinson, and he is tackled at the line of scrimmage. Mario sets, and he fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed, and that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 7th. Coming up in the top of the 8th is going to be Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, and Jorge Polanco. So the Falcons have the ball at the 9-yard line, and it is 2nd and goal. And the pass is thrown and incomplete. Going to be 3rd and goal. Honestly, Celia, the Jays are who the Jays are. Good hitting team, poor pitching team, and it showed up. Penix is in shotgun position. They have 3 to the left. Motion, he drops back. He sets, he fires a bullet to the 1-yard line. And it looks like London put the ball over the goal line, and they're calling that a touchdown. And he did hold the ball out over the goal line before he was tackled. And the Falcons set up for the extra point. It is up and it is good. Falcons take a 14-7 lead on the Bills with 26 seconds left in the first quarter. And for those of you in the stream, as soon as this game is over with, I will be shutting the stream down and heading over to the Dodgers versus the Brewers first game of the NLDS. I will continue calling football there, so hop over. Bassett is going to come out, and the first pitch to Raleigh is hammered foul, straight back. And that is going to make the stands. Count is 0-1. And the Bills are going to bring the ball out to their 26-yard line before the receiver is tackled. So it's going to be 1st and 10 with 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Bassett sets and he fires, and the pitch is hammered foul. Count is 0-2. Pitch is out of the way, and Raleigh swings and fouls this one off. Count remains 0-2. Bassett sets and he fires, and the sinker is down low. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a pop foul ball. Barger is tracking it. It is going to make the play in foul territory for the first out. Coming up to bat is Julio Rodriguez. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a 3-run home run. And Bassett sets, fires, and the first pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Bassett sets, pitch is down low. Count is 1-1. Bassett sets and fires, and the curveball is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2 on Rodriguez. Bassett sets, fires, and the curveball is way inside. Count is evened at 2-2. And the Bills have the ball on their 26-yard line. It is 3rd and 10. Allen just attempted to complete a pass, and it was knocked away. Bassett sets, Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to be the second out of the 8. Allen drops back. He fires to Shakir. He is going to do a little bit of shake and bake, and he is going to take the ball to the 40-yard line for first down. And the pitch is on the way, and it is a sweeper call. Strike 1 on Polanco. Polanco is 2 for 4 on the day. 3-run bomb. Bassett sets, and the pitch is a towering pop-up. Kirk tracks it down, and he is going to make the play for the 3rd out. And that is going to do it for the Mariners in the top of the 8th. Coming up in the bottom of the 8th is going to be Guerrero Jr., Barger, and Kirk. And for those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Immediately following this game, I will be switching over to call the NLCS Game 1. Dodgers facing up against the Brewers in Great American Park. Welcome back, Nick. We are at 17 likes and are 3 away from the 20 goal. Any support that you can give to help us make that goal would be most appreciated. And we are at 421 subscribers, looking for our next milestone of 425. So anything that you could do to help us reach that goal point would be most appreciated. And I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your busy Monday night to listen to a little bit of baseball. Like I said, I'll be switching over to the NLCS Game 1. So hop on over, poke a like, and say hey. And I'll still drop in calls for the football games that are active. And it looks like Hancock is coming in for Seattle. First pitch to Guerrero is a 95-mile-an-hour sinker outside for ball 1. And the next pitch is just off the plate. Count is 2-0. Hancock sets, fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 3-0 on Guerrero. Hancock sets and fires, and the pitch is out of the strike zone. Count is going to be a leadoff walk for Guerrero as he trips his gear off and heads to first base. Barger is coming up to bat. First pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 1-0. So that is 5 balls in a row. And Hancock sets, pitch is on the way, and it is inside. Count is 2-0, and that is the 6th straight ball in a row. Next pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is now 3-0, and that is 7 straight balls. Pitch is on the way, and it paints the inside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 3-1. And the pitch is skied to left field. Rosarena is tracking it, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. And Brash is up warming up. Kirk is up to bat. And the first pitch is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is a sweeper off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 2-1. Next pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 2-2. Hancock sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 2-2. And the pitch is on the way, and it is up and in. Count is now full, 3-2. Is this going to be Hancock's last batter? Dalton Varsho is up to bat. They're on deck. Pitch to Kirk is on the way, and it is chopped foul. Count remains 3-2. And the next pitch is on the way, and that is up and in. That is ball 4 to Kirk. So that is going to put runners at first and second with 1 out. Varsho is 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout, line out, and a flyout. And the first pitch to Varsho is chopped foul. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is grounded foul. Count is 0-2. And the pitch is a towering fly ball to Polanco. Polanco is tracking it, and he makes the play for the second out. Guerrero tags and takes third. So they have runners at first and third with 2 outs. And there is a long pass down the field, and London is breaking away. And he is going to score for the touchdown, bringing the Falcons to 20-7 on the Bills. Hancock sets and fires, and the pitch is inside. Sweeper doesn't make it back to the corner. And the extra point is up and good. Falcons have a 21-7 lead on the Bills. Next pitch is a sweeper inside or outside. Looked like it caught the bottom of the plate, but it is called ball 2. Next pitch is into Clement. It is hit to center field. Rodriguez is going to make the play just short of the warning track for the third out of the inning. Coming up to bat in the top of the ninth is going to be Josh Naylor, Eugenio Suarez, and Leo Rivas. Well, T-Road, I'm calling all play-by-plays that I can for the remainder of the postseason. On Wednesday, I think Game 3 of the ALCS, Joe on NY Yankee Mania will be calling the play-by-play on his stream. And when I get done with bowling, I will hop in and give him a hand. Game time for Wednesday is going to be at 8:08, and I will be at bowling. So if all works out well, I should be there by the 5th inning. Keep on listening, keep on hitting the likes, keep on subscribing, because we're here to stay. Share the channel out with all your friends and whatnot, and see if we can get our 4 members to kick us to the 425 mark. Looks like Tyler Henneman is going to be replacing Kirk behind the dish. Looks like Eric Lawler is going to be replacing Bassett on the bump. And it looks like in the Brewers game, Freeman just struck out to make the third out of the inning. And coming up in the bottom of the first is going to be Jackson Cheerios, Christian Yelich, and William Contreras. Score is at 0s. First, looks like Master Boney is coming in to pinch hit for Naylor. He was added to the postseason roster or the ALCS roster along with Brian Wu. Lauer sets and he fires, and the pitch catches the outside corner. Count is 0-2. Lawler sets, fires, and the pitch is off the place. Count is 1-2. Lawler sets and he fires and he catches the outside corner for call. Strike 3. Coming up to bat is Eugenio Suarez. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is up and in. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 2-1. Lawler sets and the curveball is in there for call. Strike 2. Count is 2-2. Pitch is out of the way, and Suarez signals this one in the middle to center field. Varsho feels the ball and shoots it back in. That is the 10th hit of the night for the Mariners. Rivas is coming up to bat. He walked in his first plate appearance. He was a pinch runner for Garver. Lawler sets and the curveball is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Next pitch is on the way, and it is check swing for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2 on Rivas. Hey, Alan, welcome to the stream. If you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. Next pitch is on the way, and this is slammed to right field. Lucas retreats, and he makes the play in deep right field for the second out. Lawler sets and fires. The pitch is off the plate to Robles. Count is 1-0. Robles is 0 for 3 on the day with a base on balls in the 7th inning. And the pitch is on the way, and it is up out of the strike zone. Count is 2-0. Now they're going to get on the plane, probably get embarrassed, but so be it. Yeah, the next pitch is off the plate. It is going to go all the way to the backstop, and Suarez is going to advance to second on the wild pitch. Flowers sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is up for call. Strike one. Count is 3-1. Flowers sets, and the pitch catches the inside corner for call. Strike two. Count is 3-2. That was definitely inside. Pitch is on the way, and Robles swings and misses for strike three, and that is going to do it for the Mariners in the top of the ninth. Coming up in the bottom of the ninth is going to be Davis Schneider, Andres Jimenez, and George Springer. Programming notes. As soon as this game is over with, I will be switching over to the Dodgers versus the Brewers. They have just finished the first inning. The score is 0-0. Coming up to bat for the Dodgers in the top of second is going to be Will Smith, Tommy Edman, and Max Muncy. And in the Bills-Falcons game, Bills are losing 21-7. Ball is handed off to Bijan Robinson. He rushes to the Atlanta 10-yard line, so it is going to be 2nd and 7. And it looks like Master Bodie is going to stay at first base. And it looks like there is a quarterback sneak by the Falcons. Penix makes the 1 yard. That is going to be 1st and 10 on the 16. It has been raining like crazy here, and I did not have allergy medicine today, so yeah, I have some sinus issues. Penix drops back, and he fires a pass to the 40-yard line of Atlanta. London is going to advance at 2 yards and going to be tackled. Going to be 1st and 10 on the Atlanta 42-yard line. Yep, same thing here. Nor'easter out the butt. And the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is off the plate. Count is evened out 1-1. Pitch is up out of the strike zone, and the count is 2-1. Hancock sets and fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is 3-1. Come on, guy. Next pitch is on the way, and it is called. Strike two. Count is full. Pitch is up and in, and that is ball 4 to Snyder. That is the third walk by Hancock in his one inning of play. Andres Jimenez is coming up to bat. Jimenez is 0 for 2 on the night with a walk. And the next pitch is on the way, and the ball is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Next pitch is just inside. Count is 2-0. And Bijan Robinson rushes the ball down to the Buffalo 39. Next pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 2-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 2-2. Pitch is on the way, and it is slap foul. Count is going to remain 2-2. Pitch is once again fouled off. Count remains 2-2. Deuce. What color's your goose, Andres? And the pitch is swung on and missed, and that is going to do it for Jimenez. That is the second out of the game, and that is going to bring up George Springer, 1 for 3 on the day with a double, a base on balls, and a run scored. And in the top of the second, the score remains 0-0 in the Brewers-Dodgers game. Coming up to bat, first pitch to Springer is in for ball 1. Coming up to bat for the Brewers in the bottom of the second is Bryce Terang, Andrew Vaughn, and Sal Frelick. Pitch is on the way, and it is inside. Count is now 2-0. Blue Jays are down to their last out. And the pitch is grounded sharply to Suarez. Suarez flips it to second, and it is relayed to Mastroboni at first for the 5-4-3 double play to end this game. And the Mariners have jumped out to a 2-0 lead on the ALCS. They're going to have the day off tomorrow and fly to Seattle. Game 3 will be at 8 o'clock on Wednesday. Joe from NY Yankee Mania will be calling that game. Tonight's numbers are Mariners 10 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. Blue Jays 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error. Bizzardo is the winner. Yesavage is the loser. And I want to thank everybody for taking time to show on the stream. Your support is most appreciated. I'm going to end this stream and head over to call the game 1 of the NLCS. So I hope to see you in that stream. And before I shut it down, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Let's go Yankees and have a great night. See you in the funny papers.